Good afternoon. This is the Affordable Housing Committee meeting. We only have one item on our agenda, so it should go pretty quick. At this point, I will be taking a roll call of committee members. I will ask that, excuse me, if you are on WebEx, please raise your WebEx hand. I saw Mendez. There is Mendez. All right. Director Cooper, I have Hauser, Mendez, Parker, Sledge, Suara, Taylor, Toombs, and Welsh. Am I missing anyone?
No, ma'am. Those are the ones I have.
All right. Thank you so much. I will read this motion, and if someone will make a motion once I finish reading it. Pursuant to Governor Lee Executive Order number 16 regarding electronic meetings, as extended by Executive Orders number 34, 51, and 60, I make a motion that this committee meeting agenda constitutes essential business of the Metropolitan Council, and that meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. Can I have a motion, please?
So motion.
Second.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Moved and seconded. And so we have one bill in front of us, that is resolutions RS 2020-528.
I'm sorry, Councilmember Sora, can we actually take a vote on that motion?
On the motion, on the electronic.
Yes, thank you.
Well, moving right along, trying to make it fast. All right, all in favor of the executive order motion, the electronic meeting motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? All right, motion carries. Thank you, Director. All right, moving right along to the bill before us. We have resolution RS 2020-528. Sponsor is Gamble. Can I have let me read that. The resolution authorizes the Metro Development and Housing Agency to negotiate and enter into a pilot agreement and accept payments in lieu of ad valorem taxes with respect to a multifamily housing project located at 579 Hickory Hills Boulevard, known as Hickory Ridge Phase 2. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I see the sponsor here. Councilmember Gamble?
Yes, I am here. Thank you. Are you motioning for explanation or for?
Yes, if you would just tell us about your bill.
Okay, this is a pilot agreement for a phase 2 of an affordable housing project that was actually approved in the previous term. I believe we have someone here from MDHA, Joe Kane or Matt Wiltshire, that can explain kind of what why this pilot has come forth now for the second phase of the project. But it is within the realm of affordable housing. It's about 60 units, and they are all classified, all of the units, as income and rent restricted. It is in an area where affordable housing is needed. And I'll let, if someone is here from MDHA that can talk a little bit more about the request that's before us, I would appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, so
I think Joe Kane is here. If we can unmute him to speak.
Mr. Kane?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, this is a 60 unit. This part of the project is 60 units, 2 and 3 bedrooms, all affordable. It is currently generating approximately $3,600 in property taxes. Upon completion and occupancy, the first year's pilot tax payment would be $44,674. It is scheduled to increase at 3% per year for the next 10 years. And the estimated tax abatement for this project is $60,740 that we would be granting the developer for the first year of taxes. MDHA's board and both the development committee and the full board approved this and are recommending approval for this pilot. Upon completion of this, there will remain approximately $500,000 in the council approved allocation, annual allocation for pilots. We do not anticipate another one coming this year based on timing, the way things are. We may have one more that does slip in, but we are recommending approval of this pilot, and I'd be glad to answer any questions. I believe we have even a representative from the developer is here as well. If there are any specific questions that you have about the project.
Thank you. All right. Councilmember Toombs, I see your hands raised. Do you have a question, or was that from before? I see that is gone. Is there any committee members that have any question about this resolution? I'm scrolling to see. All right, I don't see any committee members. Is there any other council member that have any question? All right, I don't see any. So thank you, Mr. Kane. Thank you, Councilmember Gamble. And so we will take a vote on the resolution. All those in favor of RS 2025-28, please say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Any abstention? All right, we recommend approval, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have 8 for, 0 against, and 0 abstention. All right, thank you all. That concludes our meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
All right.
Second.
Second.
Thank you all very much.
Question quickly before we adjourn, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I know that Brandon, on your bill, the 224, you had made a comment in the email that you were working on the amendment. Is that something that we should discuss in affordable housing? Anything you wanted to bring towards us?
Yeah, so there are a few amendments that have been offered onto this bill. If like, council member, we may need to re-refer this back tomorrow on the floor. That would be fine with me, council member Suara, chair, if you would like for us to re-refer that back to the committee, please let me know, and I can definitely ask for that with a deferral tomorrow night.
So you're planning to defer tomorrow night, but we're going to ask for a re-referral back to affordable housing.
If we need to re-refer it back to affordable housing to discuss amendments, we will have to defer it due to this bill. If it passes on second reading, there's no opportunity for amendments on third.
Director Cooper, those amendments are not before us, so do we, what is your recommendation? Do we get to look at it today? I mean, we don't have it. It might be in the late filed packets, or do we want to re-refer back?
The bill has already gone through committee, so there's nothing pending before this committee right now. So there's really nothing to discuss unless it did get re-referred.
Okay. All right. I think that that's what I mean. I think that's what we would do because I think it's good for this committee to look at. Do we have to look at? And again, I'm asking: is this something that we can just take on the floor, or does he require a referral?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Well then, unless there's Councilmember Allen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate Councilmember Hauser bringing that back up. I'm still getting a lot of feedback on it, so I would appreciate the opportunity for this committee to discuss it again, and I appreciate Councilmember Taylor offering to bring it back to us. So I would take him up on his offer to defer and re-refer back to us. And then we can know that we need to allocate some time for it at Affordable Housing Committee meeting.
Thanks. Councilmember Hauser, you have any other comments?
No, that was it. I just had seen that email this morning. Like you said, you're working on some amendments, and I thought we as an affordable housing, since we've kind of taken this on, need to go through that so that we feel really confident when we present it to the full body that it says what we wanted to say and the way we wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Councilmember Taylor, it's the wish of this committee that we have a re-referral back to affordable housing tomorrow. Councilmember Taylor?
Thank you. Yes, and it's in planning as well. So I will ask planning for a deferral in that meeting today, so we can have discussion in Affordable Housing Committee at the first meeting in October.
All right. Thank you. All righty. I know we had a motion to adjourn. This was after all of that, and it's not an official business, but I'm glad at least we get to discuss it and make that resolution. So if there's no other business, then the committee stands adjourned at 3:57. Thanks, everyone.